Peace, family, and welcome to another episode Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Rich. I'm back. I think I had the sister on one time years ago, man, but it's a pleasure. This sister's coming to New York City. The one and only, the living legend, Sister Shahrazad Ali. Welcome back, my sister.
Well, thank you very much for such a lovely intro. I love to come to New York. I just don't come as much as I want to. I don't want to live there, but I love to go there, okay? So it's always, a good thing when I get to come down. And King Simon, he invites me in when we can get our schedules together. And so I'll be in April the 28th on Sunday, the end of this month.
Yes. April, let me just read this on the fly. Sunday, April 28th, Sister Shahrazad Ali, as well as Ashra Kwesi, will be in Harlem, New York. Those doors open up at 2 o'clock. For more information, make sure y'all call 347-496-1022. And you could go to kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com for more information as well. All the info will be on the screen just in case you want to see it and you just listen to it. The info's on the screen. Okay, so what can we look forward to, my sister, to seeing you April 28th? What you going to be dealing with?
Well, of course, I'll start with some current event issues because that's what is going on now. We have to always, when we go out and get those things a little settled before we move into whatever it is new that we want to talk about. I'll be coming on first at, I think, around probably 3, and it's also going to be live streamed this time. So when they go on to look at King Simon's information, they'll find that out. And then I think Ashra Kwesi will come on that evening after me, probably about 6. So I think that's how we got it worked out. I'll be talking about, we have to go over R. Kelly. We have to go over Nipsey Hussle. We have to go over some political things and stuff like that. We'll be just going through. I have taken R. Kelly's side, and I think that's a little unique to some people because I'm a woman, and I think he's being treated unfairly, and I think that the black women who have organized to come against him and to silence R. Kelly and all of that foolishness are just awful. The enemy has been in this country with us for over 500 years, killing our children, killing our women, murdering our men on the streets. And I don't recall in this 20th century any group of black women who have organized to come against them, who have done us the most harm, culturally, spiritually, educationally, and everything. And I think that energy could be spent defending all of us together as a group instead of just trying to come against this one brother because they, have issues of jealousy and hatred. And black women do an interesting thing, Rich. When they get mad at one man, they get mad at all the men. And I think that they do, And I think that that's, an irrational way of thinking. And I think those women are a bunch of hypocrites in this country, females.
So do you see the Me Too movement as progression for women? Are you for it, against it at all?
It's just terrible. No, it's terrible. All of that's just, as I said, they just mad at all of the men, and they take out their frustration about their own personal situations and relationships and experiences with men. They're taking them out on all of the men to come against them, and all of that is Me Too. Most of them women really mean they wish it was them too, and it's unfortunate that we spend so much time practicing ways to destroy and bring each other down about charges we make against them when we're dealing with much more serious issues with our children and our schools and our health situation. We just got some important things going on to get attention away from that. And that Me Too movement ain't run by sisters no more. somebody donated $10 million and the white women took that over. So, you know, it's just all just a bunch of nonsense. And the time waster in that way when we need to be trying to rebuild our situations and our relationships. And that's not saying that some women have been haven't been violated. This happens. And as far as rape or getting beaten and everything, and, you know, I always say, okay, I agree. The one thing that a man shouldn't do to a woman is hit her or raise his hand or beat her. I agree. That's the one thing that men shouldn't do to us. But then my question is, well, what is the one thing we can't do to them? There is nothing. We can do anything to y'all and get away with it. And that's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Now, in terms of black women that, you know, social media, you hear the word feminist used more often. Do you think black women are using it as a different definition than white women are using it? Or do you think black women are falling for the trick that they fell for in the 60s or 70s or whatever the feminist movement was created?
Well, as usual, we fall for the trick. Whatever their issues are, that's our men and our women. Whatever the white people issues are, we decide that that's our issue too, and we push that to the front of the line. And that's not true. We've had a completely different experience here in this country. And we're the ones who live in a hostile environment, who have been robbed and who are being repressed and all of this stuff. And so we need to focus on what our issues are instead of every time they come up with something, jumping on the bandwagon with them. And I think that that's wrong still and a waste of time and energy. We just have I just read an article the other day that black children languish in foster care. More white children and Hispanics and all of them get placed and adopted and put in foster homes, you know. So that's something that all of us ought to be trying to address some kind of way and to try to get these children some homes or go and visit them on the weekend, one day a week, or take them home with you on the weekend, one weekend a month, or anything to give them something to look forward to create some normalcy in their life so they won't grow up and turn into a serial killer and come to kill the rest of us. So we have a lot of work to do instead of deciding to focus on all of this women's liberation and feminist movement. We don't have anything to get liberated from the black man for. You all ain't never been in charge of us. So that's, as I said, it's just to me all a waste of time. But what I'm going to talk about on Sunday, the 28th, and I can't ever remember the name of that building. It's at 125th Street and something, and I can't remember.
National Black Theater.
National Black Theater. I keep wanting to call it the Slave Theater. Remember that? I keep wanting to call it that. But
that's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, the National Black Theater. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm going to discuss, which will be an engagement that you all have never heard before and you'll never hear again. I'm going to talk about what is best to heal the black community, polygamy or monogamy. Monogamy or polygamy. So I'm going to be discussing that and teaching about those two situations and see if we can get a better understanding of that to go forward.
You think marriage is something, the way the marriage is set up in this country, in a way that people get divorced and then you got these payouts and these problems after everybody gets divorced. Do you think it's worth it to get married in this country? Is just being with each other enough, or should a brother make that propose to that sister and get on his knee and make sure things is real with that sister that he's with?
Well, it's already real, and all of that's nonsense and something that we copying from the enemy. All that get on the knee, that's not our custom. And marriage has been completely misconstrued in this country in regard to us. That's not the way we ever related anyway in those kind of situations. So once again, we keep trying to imitate the people who are against us and who have helped to destroy us. And that just makes no sense to me. Another example is that jumping the broom. You got black people that go out and have a $200,000 wedding, $300,000 wedding, $100,000, whatever it is. And then when they jump the broom, Why bring something that's horrible and that's terrible in our history into something that's supposed to be one of the most joyous events of our life? And they put a bow on the broom and all that, and they think that that's something cute to practice. You know, it's like eating chitlins and black-eyed peas and all of that kind of filthy parts of the pig, something we were forced to eat because we didn't have anything else. We celebrate that now like that's something fun that we should all do and love. So we got so many things backwards, brother. When we look at the situation, and I'm what they call a senior, so I've been here a long time watching us, all right? And we going completely backwards. There's no progress in this. There's never been a civilization where the people mimicked the enemy who came out successful on the other end. There's never been a civilization where the people became successful who let the enemy educate their children.
Right.
So we got some basic things that we have not straightened out. We talk about it. You know, it's like that thing that people try to say to sound hip. Yeah, man, we got to all come together. Yeah, right. It's just some talk. It's just some conversation, you know. And also, let me tell you this other thing I'm doing. Hidden Colors 5 is coming out this year, and I'm in that.
Cool. Yeah, the brother Tyree.
I was in 1. Yeah, I was in 1 and 3, and then I'm in 5. I'm in it like every other one.
Cool. Well, let me ask you, what do you think about the current political climate? Donald Trump, the Democrats. Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? What do you think about the whole voting process, my sister?
Well, that's nonsense. That has not helped us either. In the 60s, we had about 700 black politicians. It was all hot and new, you know, we were getting into it and the voting and all of that. Now, today, in 2019, we got 8,000 black politicians, and we have made no progress in that area. The more politicians we've gotten, the more we've gotten messed over politically. Politics means policy, and we're not setting any policy. We have not elected hardly anybody who's been of any benefit to us. Who was the last one we had? Harold Washington, Maynard Jackson, few people like them. Other than that, we haven't had any help in that area. They have all messed us over and made deals behind our backs that have robbed us, overtaxed us, and left us in a worse condition than before they got in. And that includes Barack Obama. You know, so his thing at being president, it was inspirational, but it was not transformational. It didn't change or do anything for us that's memorable or lasting that would benefit us, other than the fact that he, was a black man and he had an office. The enemy is not going to put anybody in his head office that he's not controlling and that he don't already have control of their mind.
Right.
We keep believing that through some kind of miracle that things are going to change. Voting has not stopped one black child or teenager from killing each other on the street, dropping out of school, getting pregnant as a teenager, not being able to find work, being homeless. Voting has not changed any of those things for us. That's the carrot. They just keep hanging that in front of our face, making us think that if we do that, and I've said many years, we need to think about and consider, if we couldn't vote, what would we do to try to make progress? If voting was off the table, since we believe that's going to make progress, even though there's no proof that it has, what would we do? Now, politics is okay on a local level. If you are voting for the a judge, the prosecutor, the dog catcher, the library, and, those things work. They're local. But when you get over that, we don't have any benefit in that, and it's just something that we do, and they keep us busy doing it. But we don't have any proof that we've had any benefit from that. And all of that stuff about, our ancestors, they died so that we had a right to vote. Well, they died for the wrong thing. You got black people dying for the wrong thing right now today, killing each other. They dying for the wrong thing. So to say that we should keep voting because that's what they did, that was a mistake. And we need to correct the mistake instead of keep perpetrating it.
Raw and uncut. Wow, you a raw and uncut.
Well, I'm just talking about these things. I have to wear that T-shirt. Does not play well with others.
Wow. I hear you. Well, listen, since we're, as a collective group, we're trying to emulate our enemy and copy the you know what we see our enemy doing. What can we do as a group to get back to, you know, our tradition, to get back to what we need to do, to get back to that family household that we need to be?
Well, there ain't nothing we can do. It's just a bunch of stuff we need to stop doing. And if we stop doing it, we automatically will produce something. Dissatisfaction produce change. If we stop doing certain things, we will automatically produce new ideas and people from among us that will lead us into a new idea.
What's one of the main things you would say we need to stop doing? Like,
well, as I said,
bullshit?
The main thing we need to do is to take our children out of the schools. We need to have our own educational system. I did have some good news about that, too. I do have Dr. Umar Johnson. He has found a building in Philadelphia that he has obtained, and people need to go online and look up Umar Johnson's new school. I think it's called the Marcus Garvey, the MGFD, Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy. Okay? And he'll be teaching Garveyism or whatever, you know, they believe in that. But he'll have a school for boys. Mm-hmm. And it's just the most wonderful idea. We have a few of them around the country, and those young men do best. You can't put girls and boys in school together. That's too much, too many feelings going on in there. Too much energy, sexual energy, and puberty and all of that nonsense and trying to show out. And so we need to have separate education for our girls and boys. We need to, our boys go to school. They come out of a home with women, auntie, grandma, mama, you know, friends and all of that. And then they go to school where 80% of the teachers are women. Okay? The only time that they usually meet men is when they get to prison.
Wow.
And that's not a good system that we need to perpetrate. We need to stop doing that. And that's one big thing we need to work on. And you had some black women that came against Umar, was trying to destroy his ideas. But I'm so glad he fought through it. Now, I don't agree with everything that Umar be going and talking about. However, I agree with the fact that he's got the energy, the youth, and the time to start this school for black boys. And so I support him. I'm going to send him money when he puts the call out and everything so we can get that built. We need to stop not dealing with each other because it's one thing we don't like. Most of us don't like nothing about the enemy. We can cooperate with everything he got going.
Good point. Okay.
So, you know, those, you know, now, I'm not going to be talking about hardly any of that, what we talking tonight. But however, that is my position about certain things. And I'll be talking about other issues on the 28th at what's the name of the place again?
National Black Theater.
National Black Theater, right. And where is it?
It's on, let me pull this up. I just had it. It's on 125th and 5th Avenue.
Right. Okay, the doors open at 2 o'clock, and I need New York and surrounding areas. I need y'all to come out. Now, don't bring no children. This is not a place for children. And if you have to bring them, King Simon does have a room where they take the children in and babysit them and entertain them for you while you're in the lecture. And so that's really good that he has thought, you know, that out that way so that the adults can still have some time.
Right, right. We want y'all all out there, family. I mean, this is going to be an amazing event. We ain't going to give you too much. I want y'all to come out there to hear more of this sister. But, I mean, it's always a pleasure to talk to this sister. I mean, I watch your videos for years. I've seen you in Hidden Colors. So it's necessary for us to have somebody out there like you still speaking to the masses. So I definitely appreciate your time, my sister. Once again, family, for more information, you can contact 347-496-1022. For the live stream, you can go to usalivestream.com. If you want to go to the website, go to kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. Sister Shahrazad Ali, Brother Ashwar Kwesi, all in the building at the same time. Doors open up at 2 o'clock. Make sure you are there, family. Sunday, April 28th. Sister Shahrazad, thank you once again, my sister, and I will be there on time.
Yes,
to
sir.
See you on
I want you all to come and hear something different. I'm going to sober everybody up, so it don't matter if you high when you get there. You will be sober and straight when you be. Okay?
I will see you on the 28th, my sister.
Yes, sir, brother. Peace.
Okay. All right. Peace.